Annyeonghaseyo Yorobun, and welcome back to this channel for a new K-drama review. It has been a while since I filmed the K-drama review, and when I say a while, it counts in terms of a year or two, I think. Like, it's been really long since I filmed the K-drama review, edited one and posted one. But here I am today to talk to you about Perfect Marriage Revenge, which is a K-drama I've just finished recently, and it is a pretty recent K-drama starring Jung Yoo-min and Sung-hoon. I'm really excited to talk to you about it because I loved it, and from the beginning of the video I just highly recommend it to you. I'm gonna leave you with the opening title and find you just after that. So I was debating with myself whether to film a full YouTube video for this K-drama or to just post a reel about it, or maybe just a review on Instagram. But I was like, no way. I need to film something about it, like in details, to recommend it to you and to tell you how much I loved it, because this K-drama is really good, and honestly it was so hyped up to me, and so many people I know watched it, and so many people on Instagram whom tastes I really trust watched it and loved it, that I was afraid while watching it to be disappointed by it, but I wasn't. It was really great, and I'm so impatient to talk to you about it. So before moving forward with the video and with the review, let's talk a little bit about the story. What is the story about? I'm gonna try to tell you about it like just quickly so I don't spoil too much things to you. So it's the story of Han Yi-ju, who's a young woman in her 30s. She's married, but her life seems so perfectly perfect, but it is not. She's been adopted since a young age by her family, and her family isn't treating her that well. They're mistreating her, bullying her. Her husband is in love with her younger sister, Han Yura, and her younger sister is pretty much aware of the situation and really enjoying seeing her husband's sister being in love with her. And her life is pretty much chaotic and not that dreamy as it may seem in the beginning of the episode 1. So things will turn up. I'm not gonna give too much details. That she will get into an accident, someone will be trying to kill her, and she will realize that all this family she was craving and the approval of that family who adopted her, that she was craving all her life, is actually something she doesn't need, and that she has been bullied by them, sacrificed by them, and that she sacrificed so much for them, and that they don't deserve that. And she makes an ultimate wish prayer on her dying bed that if she's given another chance, she will not just live her life the same, and she will try and take revenge for what they've made her live. So, and this is what happens. While we think that she died, she wakes up 1 year earlier in her life with all the memories of that year that she's lived, and that ended up with her dying. But she tries to change things. And one of the things she will do to seek revenge from her family who hurt her so much is going after the man her sister wants to get engaged to, who is Sodo Gukshi, played by Sung-hoon, our main male lead. So this is where our story begins. This is how this Perfect Marriage Revenge story begins. It may seem a little bit cliche, but trust me, it is not. It is one of the most beautiful plots I've ever seen, one of the most well-written plots I've ever seen, and it's just a 12-episode story. It's not usually K-dramas are 16 episode longs. This one is 12 episodes long. I know that more and more K-dramas are 12 episode longs actually, but this one is like so perfectly perfect for a 12 episodes, which means that it is fast-paced, that everything happens so quickly that you don't have a second to just breathe and pause and just chill. Everything happens so quickly, everything is fast-paced, everything is just so logical and happens after one another that you just get so addicted to it, and it is so freaking good. This story, as I said, is really addictive, but addictive in a different way than other K-dramas. It is addictive like the K-dramas from 2016 were 2016, 2017, and this is a compliment, because if you've been watching K-dramas for a while, or if maybe you've watched many K-dramas from 2016, 2017, you know that these years were like super big and super like they were like a turning point in K-drama history. And I don't say that 2016 K-dramas are better than nowadays K-dramas. Actually, it's the opposite. I think that many K-dramas from now, and most K-dramas from now, everything I'm watching from recent years, 2019 and above, are way better than anything else that was ever done. But the 2016 K-dramas had some kind of a way to narrate things, to tell things, to tell the story, to film the story, the way the story is directed, the way the events are addictive, that is different from now. And I feel that Perfect Marriage Revenge just channels the addiction that 2016 K-dramas made us feel. Like, this is it. It feels like a 2016 K-drama, but in a way modern way, like in a 2023, 2024 way. I don't know if you see what I'm trying to explain, because I'm obviously lacking words to explain that, but I'm sure that if you watch this, and if you've watched many other K-dramas, like if you're not new into K-drama, you will feel that vibe. It's maybe also because all the episodes are like top 1 hour long, like not 1 hour and 20 minutes, 1 hour or 30 minutes, which is fine. I'm not complaining about whether the K-dramas are 1 hour long or 1 hour and 20 minutes long. I just love both. But the fact that it's like short-paced episodes make the event way quicker, way faster paced, and I feel like I've been repeating this since the beginning of the video, that you just don't have the time to pause it, or maybe the luxury to say that I'm gonna just finish this episode and go to sleep and finish it tomorrow. You will just find yourself clicking on the next episode to see what will happen, because the suspense is just way too big. Honestly, before watching this drama, I didn't know much about the plots, except that Sung-hoon was in it, the actor, and I would be lying if I'd said that I didn't watch the K-drama for him, because honestly, between you and me, it should be illegal to look at this good and to sound that good, because he already looks gorgeous, but when he speaks, his voice is one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in the K-drama industry. Or leave the K-drama industry alone, his voice is one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my life.
내가 말하면 감당할 수는 있겠어?
So yes, if you need another reason to watch this K-drama, just watch it for this dude. I haven't seen him in anything other than that, honestly. I know him, I know the actor, but I just known him by face. I knew that he existed in the K-drama industry, but I haven't watched anything from him. Apparently he played in Love, Feet, Marriage and Divorce in all the 3 seasons. I haven't watched this one yet. Apparently he was also in My Perfect Romance. I don't know if it's that him or not, or if I'm mistaking him with someone else, but because I haven't watched My Secret Romance either. So I know that he exists, but I know that he's super underrated too. I don't see why this actor isn't getting the recognition Lee Min-ho, Lee Jong-suk, Park Seo-joon and Park Hyung-sik and all the others are getting. Like, I love these guys, the guys I just talked about, but him, like, why isn't he getting more recognition? Because on top of his looks and of his voice, he's a great actor. Like, he portrayed his character pretty well, and he was really convincing, and I really liked him. So if there is a petition that allows us to see more of him in more works, I'm signing it. Count me in the people who will sign it first. As for the main actress, I also liked her a lot, and she portrayed her character that required a lot of work in my opinion. She was supposed to be broken, she was supposed to be angry, sad. She was supposed to be someone who went through a lot in life and who will still go through a lot and who will still get a lot of shocks in her life, and a lot of, because this is full of little plot twists that will come all along, and she portrayed her character hella well. Like, she's very talented. Same as Song-hoon, the main actor, Jung Yoo-min. I haven't seen her in anything. This is my first time actually discovering her, and when I googled her, I think that she did just another K-drama, so I'm so impatient to see more of her in other works too. And their chemistry is really chemistry. Like, they suit each other so well. So this is obviously a story about revenge, but that doesn't mean that it's only focused on revenge, because there is also the romance side, and I am a sucker for this romance. Like, this romance story and the way it was developed and the slow burn and everything around it was so beautiful, and it was honestly so well balanced, because the story is like super fast-paced, as I've been saying since the beginning of the video, and a lot of surprises, a lot of drama, a lot of things happening, and that it is well balanced with the sweetness of how the romance developed and of how the leads communicate and their little dialogues, their little exchanges, their heartwarming moments, how they will be warming up to each other, how one fell in love with each other before the other did, and full of little surprises. And I feel like I've been saying too much and maybe spoiling a little bit, but anyways, you won't understand until you watch it. So this K-drama was really both breathtaking in terms of suspense, and you don't know what will be happening next, even though you kind of guess some of the plot twists from the beginning and you pretend you didn't, but who cares? You still get surprised by so many other things in the middle of the story, but it is so well balanced with the beauty of the romance. Like, these two people, I told you that I wanted to see more of their work separately, but I would love to see them together in other works, like maybe in full cozy, beautiful romance without any suspense or revenge stories or anything, just them being happy. And I'm totally signing up for maybe a season 2 of that, of just them being totally happy, even though I know that won't be happening. I feel like I've been talking about the leads since forever, but I need to give a standing ovation for all the casting, because everyone did such a great job in terms of acting. For example, all the villains of the story, I can't even call them villains, they're monsters, because to be a villain you need to have certain morals. You need to have certain moral statues, and people, the bad guys in this K-drama, they don't have morals at all. Like, they're just awful people playing that. If they're people at all, they're monsters. So anyways, all the actor and actresses did such a great job portraying their characters. It is so convincing to me. If I hate the character, if I start hating the person even portraying this character, so you did a great job. Just like standing, applauding you. You did a great job. So the acting job is really great, and the way this K-drama was directed fully, as I said in the beginning of the video, reminded me of something 2016-ish, without the negative side of how that might sound. It's not 2016-ish in terms of it is old, or maybe it is old shooting techniques. It is in the way that it just feels nostalgic. It is shot in the very way a revenge story should be shot. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and I hope it does make sense to you when you watch it. There was a certain beauty to the colors too, to the choice of colors, like whether it is the outfits or the decor or the general ambience, and how it all blended so well with the music, with the soundtrack. It was all so well done. It made the K-drama look like a full-on tableau, like a very beautiful painting that blended so well together, and that all made sense all together. Like, all of its elements were good. Like, the acting was good, the choice of colors, the choice of music, the choice of silences, the dialogue, the dynamics, the story, the plot twist, everything blended together so well. There wasn't like one part hiding the other, or one part correcting the other. For example, maybe sometimes the plot is not that well, but the leads have such a great chemistry that you don't mind the plot. Or sometimes the plot is so well, but the leads don't suit each other at all. So there isn't that. Everything is like so well suited. The romance is beautiful, the plot is beautiful, the music, the colors, the way it was shot, so everything is so beautiful. I guarantee you will enjoy it. This K-drama wins the prize for the best step family ever, because Sodo Cook's family is like the best family ever. Like in K-dramas in general and in TV shows in general, I feel like the step family is always mean to the main female lead, and they're not accepting her, and they're making her life unbearable and as very hard, and she just suffers around them, while this family is like top tier. I just love them all, and especially his mom. Like his mom is a gem. Like give this woman a prize and give her a big hug from me, because she's just so perfect. She's supporting our female lead so much. She's just so different from all the ommas, from all the step ommas, from all the omanis from K-drama in general, and I just love that. It was so refreshing, so different, and I love the dynamics between her, like our main female lead Han Yi-ju, and her step family, whether it is her stepmother or her step grandmother or her stepsister, etc. Sodo Cook, she also wins the prize of one of the greenest flags ever in K-drama land and in history. I think that by now, while watching K-drama and K-drama after K-drama, especially like the K-dramas from 2019 till now, maybe even before that, because I'm thinking, for example, about Romance is a bonus book from 2018. I feel like 90% of K-dramas have main male leads that are such green flags. Like they can't compete with each other anymore. They're just all so much green flaggy. This is why my standards are so high. And Sodo Gukshi just goes in the list. Like he's so perfect. Like the way he loves her, the way he's so gentle with her, the way he talks to her, he listens to her, the way he supports her, loves her, cheers her, just defends her, is so beautiful. And on top of that, he is beautiful and gorgeous, and his voice is absolutely divine, and he knows how to cook. And there is just a beautiful detail in which this is no spoiler, this is just something to make you craving watching that even more. It's just that she has a problem with food. She's been poisoned when she was younger, so she can't really eat food made by anyone. She just eats plastified food, food that she's sure no one touched. And when he learned that, he started not only making her food like every day, every single day, but also tasting her food before her. So that was so cute. That was one of the reasons. Maybe I watched 2 TikToks about this K-drama before watching it. It's this scene, and then another one, the wedding scene. And these were the 2 scenes that made me want to watch it, and I so don't regret it, because sometimes when you're watching something on TikTok or on Instagram, like just a scene, and you're like, oh my god, this feels like so good, and then you watch it and you figure that this was the actual only good scene from the show, but this was not the case. This was full on 12 episodes that I couldn't stop watching. I binge watched so quickly, and I enjoyed it so super good, super well. Now, if you haven't watched the K-drama yet, just skip the video, this part of the video, till the minute that I will be putting on the screen, because I feel like I want to talk about something that happened at the end with spoilers. So yes, I'm opening the spoiler parentheses. This will be short, but if you've watched it, I think that you've noticed that by the end of the drama, we discover that he obviously was in love with her since the beginning, and since before they both relived, before they both were granted a second chance. And he knew that she was granted a second chance too, but she didn't know that he was granted a second chance too. And when she discovers that, I feel like that 20 minutes of her discovering that, and her forgiving him for not telling her, was a little bit overly dramatic, in the terms of I didn't know or understand why they put it in a way that he felt like he killed her. like that he was responsible for the accident, while he was not. She was, if there was someone responsible for that accident, she was actually the one who made a turn with her car in a place she shouldn't have. So why was he like, how could I have told you when I was the one who killed you? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, if I were her place, I think that now that I've finished it after days, I understand her reaction, because I would be hurt that he didn't tell me from the beginning. We could have suffered together, man. Like, we could have suffered from this uncertain fate together, and you didn't tell me. But apart from that, like, the only thing that justifies her reaction is that, like, you didn't tell me earlier. But in general, I would be so happy to find that someone, on top of that, my husband, whom I'm in love with, is in the same situation as I am. So I would be actually really happy to find that someone else is in the same situation as me, and not just myself. I'm not gonna have to figure it out all alone. So this is it. Closing the parentheses of the spoiler. Okay, so closing the parentheses, this was not even something bad. As I told you, this is a reaction I actually understand. I just didn't understand that little parts. So if you've understood it better, explain to me please in the comments. So this is all I wanted to tell you about this story. It is a story I really loved. I really appreciated discovering. I really appreciated watching. I really appreciated the way it was narrated, because so many times, so many stories are beautiful in a way, whether it is in books or in TV shows. So many stories have so much potential, and they get ruined by the way they are narrated, by the atmosphere that was chosen by the directors or by the writer or writresses to tell the story. And this was not ruined. This was a beautiful story. This was a revenge story. Yes, there were so many plot twists that were kind of predictable, especially if you've watched many TV shows, but not predictable in a bad way. Like, there were so many surprises. Honestly, I was surprised by every single end of the episode, of every single episode. Like, every single time I was like, I'm just gonna watch episode 5 and go to sleep. I find that I'm in the middle of episode 7 and I'm still not sleeping. So it was that good. It was that addictive. It was that beautiful. The romance was good, and I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, recapitulating every single thing that was good in this show. It is just to tell you how good it was. So just go watch it. I guarantee you will love it. I feel like this is a good TV show if you want to start K-drama. If you don't know much about K-drama, you've only watched one or twice in your life and none in your life, and you want to start watching them, just go for this one. It is really great, really well done, really beautiful music, really beautiful everything. So just go for it. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you all for following with me till the very end. If you liked this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel if it's not already done. Don't forget also to tell me in the comments if you've already watched Perfect Marriage Revenge, and if you haven't, if this video has made you want to watch it. So thank you again. I hope you're doing well, and I'm wishing you all the best. And as always, je vous aime. À très bientôt.